Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Michelle here. I am here with my daughter, Addison, and today we are going to do a little bit of partner yoga just in time for Mother's Day. So sort of a fun, it's going to feel maybe a little bit different than some of the family yoga classes we've done because it's going to be a little bit slower paced, but it's also going to bring in maybe a little bit of silliness because you get to sort of try out some different poses, maybe make them your own, and maybe, you know, take this beyond this class and do some fun things with it on your own at home. So it might look a little bit different, not quite the same flow as classes that we've done, but we will make it all work and have lots of fun together. Just know as well, if you are a parent and you're doing this with more than one kiddo, for sure, just make it work. You can adapt all of these moves, make it work for you, and just know that what we're doing and then also kind of what you're doing at home might look a little bit different, just like any other yoga that we do. It's just fun to get our bodies moving together and try some new things maybe. We are going to start though actually with, we're going to start and end the same way with some breath work. So I'm going to have Addison turn, and in all fairness, just so you know, we haven't even practiced this at home, so she was very sweet because it's Mother's Day and agreed to do this with me, but she's been busy doing her stuff, so we haven't even had a chance to practice. So we're going to sit back to back, Addison. We call this back to back breathing because we're sitting back to back. You want to kind of lean into each other a little bit, and it probably helps to close your eyes because what you're each going to try to do is to not talk and still your body. And you're going to start taking some big breaths in through the nose, out of your mouth, and you're going to use the feel of their breath on your back and the sound of the breath that you hear in their ears to try to match your breathing together. So it's very helpful to maybe just look forward and close your eyes and start taking some big breaths and match them together. Go ahead. In. Out. In. Out. Keep breathing in. And out. Now I'm going to not guide you through the next few breaths. I want to see if you can all breathe in and out, matching each other's inhale and exhale. Go ahead and try. Maybe two more here. Last one. All right, blink your eyes open. We're gonna get our bodies warmed up, coming into a tabletop position. You can take that mat. We may have to move around a little bit. We're gonna just do some cats and cows to get our bodies warmed up before we do some sun salutations together. So we're gonna drop those bellies, lift those heads up. For cow pose, you can even move if you want to, and then curl that back, look down, arch that back. Cat pose, you can yell if you want to. Let's do that again. Cow pose, dropping that belly, looking up. Cat pose, arching that back, tucking that chin. Let's take a few more of each of those. Dropping into cow, arching up into cat. Two more. Cow pose, look up, drop that belly. Cat pose, arch that back, tuck that chin. One more time into your cow. And then arch up into that cat. Great job. All right, we're gonna get up on those feet in a down dog and just maybe pedal out those feet. Get those legs warmed up and ready to move. All right, look towards your hands. We're going to step to the top of our mat. Come up nice and slow. Take a big breath in. And then exhale those hands to heart center. Great job. We're going to try just a couple of sun salutations together. We're going to go regular, slow, and fast. So just 3 of them this time. So get ready to move. Here we go. We're going to reach up, breathe in, exhale, forward fold, breathe in, touch those knees, exhale those hands to the ground, breathe in, step back into that plank, exhale, chaturanga down onto those bellies. We're going to breathe in, peek up here, cobra, exhale back down, breathe in up into plank, exhale into down dog. Look forward, we're going to breathe in on your exhale, bring those feet to the top of your mat, breathe in, touch your knees for halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, come up nice and big, breathing in, reaching up, and then exhale those hands to your heart center. Great job. Really slow this time, making sure we're ready and warmed up to move. Here we go. Reach up really slow. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Exhale, diving down, nice and slow. Breathe in, touch those knees. Exhale, plant those hands on the mat, nice and slow. We're gonna reach one foot back, then the other foot back. Take a big breath in and slowly lower yourself down to your bellies. Breathe in, slowly feel that chest up. Exhale, lay back down on the ground. Breathe in as slow as you can. You can push up into that plank. Exhale, down dog. This one gets tricky. Breathe in again. We're going as slow as we can. One foot, then the other foot. Breathe in, touch those knees. Exhale your hands back down. And then one little vertebra at a time. We're going to reach up nice and slow, making a big breath in. Exhale, hands at your heart. Great job. Last one. This is our fast one. It's always super fun. Sometimes it gets a little silly. All right, I'm going to give you some space because we need some room to do this. All right. Breathe in, reach up, exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, touch your knees. Exhale, hands to the ground. Into a plank. Onto your bellies. Up into a cobra. Back down, plank, down dog, top of the mat, touch your knees, touch the mat, up big, hands at your heart. I didn't even go through all the details because you guys are probably getting to be just amazing at these. All right, I feel like we should really be ready to move. So we're gonna start doing our partner poses. We're gonna repeat some of these poses. Sometimes we're gonna repeat them and switch sides. Sometimes we're gonna change them up a little bit. If you don't like the change or you wanna do something different at home, you keep it working for you. So the first one we're gonna do some standing poses to start. So you're gonna ground those feet, hold each other's hands, and then you're just gonna lift your chest. It's just kind of like a baby chest opener called lifted hearts. Lifting our hearts, leaning back, trusting each other. A hint here, grown-ups, if you've got littler ones, mine are all catching me real fast. You could do this on your knees. So you can get down to your knees, you're a little bit more at their level, but Addison's almost as tall as I am. So we're gonna trust each other and take 3 breaths here, breathing in and out. Dropping the head back if it feels comfortable, breathing in and out and in and out. And now we're gonna turn that pose around. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger chest opener here. We're interlocking our hands, and now we're gonna lean away from each other. So kind of reverse locust, like we do these in our bellies to do a chest opener and a back strengthener, but you're using each other, and just stay here for a couple breaths. If you can match your breaths, it's amazing. And take one more breath in and out. All right, release out of that one. And now we're gonna try a couple of chair poses. So the first one we're gonna try is back to back, and this gets a little bit silly. You might want to hold hands. We're just gonna sink into a chair. So try to lean into each other a little bit for support. And then we're gonna come up and we're gonna hook our elbows and we're gonna do a side by side chair pose. We can do our outside arms up if we wanted to. Great job. And then we're gonna hold hands and sink back into chair and see if we can maybe even get lower using each other for a little bit of balance. So kind of reversing that face to face. All right, good job. Let's try those again. So lifted hearts to begin with. So ground those feet nice and strong. And then pulling away, dropping the head, lifting those hearts. Beautiful. All right. Lifted locust pose again, interlocking those hands behind you and leaning away from each other. Excellent. And then let's try those 3 different chair poses. So this time, let's try it without our hands locked. So let's see if we can sink into a chair and maybe lift our hands up. Good. Now let's try side by side. Maybe lifting both hands up. Side by side. Get as close as you can together. Makes it kind of sound. And then facing each other. Let's do this. Like a ready. Sinking back in. Beautiful. Great job, everybody. All right, now we're going to try some balancing poses. So we're going to take different ways to do this. We'll do different sides, just like I said. So we're going to do tree pose first. And we're going to do just a side-by-side tree. So you can use hands here for a little bit of balance. I'm going to lift back up because I think the camera might be cutting our heads off. All right. So remember, for everyone, I want you to do your other. There we go. We'll the opposite legs out. Remember, if you're having trouble with balance, you could always keep those toes on the ground. Find your balance first, and then see if you can grow your outside limbs. Maybe your inside limbs too. Maybe you want to sway in the burpees a little bit. Good job. All right. So bring that one down. Let's try that on the other side so we can balance the other way. So switch sides with your partner. We're going to do the same thing here. Get in that nice strong tree. Maybe this side is easier. You can bring your foot up further. Find your balance. Grow your outside branches. Grow your inside branches. And then maybe they can even sway a little bit. Nice job. All right. I'm going to take a little stretch here and do something called a weeping willow. So you're going to plant your feet because we were just doing tree pose. Lean away from each other and just let that branch dangle. Just a little side body stretch. And then we're going to switch sides and do on the other side. All right, grab hands, lean away. Let that other side body stretch before we move into our next one. All right, our next balancing pose is going to be airplane pose. So we're going to try this 2 different ways. You can try to fly together, holding hands. Let's try that together first. So plant one foot, does not matter to me which foot it is. Lean forward, using each other here for a little balance. And then got your wings on the outside, flying together. Maybe talk about what you're seeing. What do you see down there? What are we flying over today? A farm. A farm, that would be pretty amazing. All kinds of cool animals are seeing a farm. All right, let's try it on the other side. So other leg. Doesn't matter if you guys are doing opposite or not, just do your other leg. I guess you could stay on the same side. Bring those wings out. I would like to be flying over some water. Maybe like a beach. That would be pretty amazing, right? It's not very warm here today, so the beach sounds really, really amazing. Another way we could try airplane is facing each other. So I'm going to make sure we've got enough room, but just try it out. Leaning in, you can maybe even touch foreheads. I'm going to slide out a little bit. Just a little bit different way to try that airplane. Try it on both sides. Trusting one another. And maybe sometimes you find you have more stability or less stability, and that's totally okay as well, right? All right, we are also going to try one more balancing pose. We're going to try an eagle pose back to back. So this gets kind of tricky, especially when we're not exactly the same height. So we're going to wrap that leg around. Great. Bring your right arm under the left arm. You're standing on your right leg, and then you're going to sink it down. This is kind of where things can get a little bit silly, because if somebody moves, you knock each other over because you're not very stable, and that's okay. Let's try the same thing on the other leg. So left leg is standing, right leg wraps around, left arm wraps under the arm. Remember, you can give yourself a squeeze here too. If you want to just hug yourself, that's fine. And see if you can sink down together. That's totally okay. All right, let's unwind those eagles. Let's take a big breath in. Forward fold. And just hang on here for a second. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. So we're gonna do some standing bending poses. So come up nice and slow. We're gonna do a side angle pose with a high five. So here's how this is gonna look. I'm gonna have you come over here. I'm gonna take a breath in and a breath out. Spread my legs. I'm gonna come into my warrior two. Addison's gonna do the same thing, but she's gonna point the other way. So I'm gonna have you, yep, got it? Left leg out, warrior two. I'm gonna tip back, you're gonna tip to your left, and then we're gonna come up and high five each other. And then we're gonna reach back in that reverse warrior and high five each other. We're gonna try one more of those. Reach back and high five each other. Great, let's try that on the other leg. So we're just gonna shuffle. I'm gonna make my warrior to the other direction. Make yours to the right. Amazing. All right, we're gonna tip our warriors. And then we're gonna come up and see if we can high five. And then we're gonna tip our warriors and see if we can help and high five. Great job. One more time. And see if we can high five. Great job. All right. Now we're gonna do some forward folds. A little bit different. You're gonna face me over here. All right. We're gonna do some half lifts and some full forward folds. So we're gonna go all the way down together and hang out here. And then we're gonna come up and half lift. Come down, breathe in, and do a half lift. Exhale, forward fold all the way. Breathe in, little half lift. You can look at each other, and then you can let that one go. Maybe shake it out if it feels good. Great job. All right, things are gonna get real tricky here. We are gonna try some down dogs facing each other. So you might need a little bit more space here as far as your mats go. So why don't you come over here, Joe? We're just gonna try to get into our down dogs so we can see each other. So I'm here, Addison's there. Maybe your heels are close to each other. I might go a little bit wider to give us some room. Now we're just gonna see, we're gonna get kind of funny and do some three-legged dogs here. So pick up your left leg. You can touch them in the air, good job. Put that foot down. Now pick up the opposite leg. See if you can high five that in the ground. Awesome job. Now here's where things can get tricky and can get fun. Addison's gonna walk her hands back a little bit and see if she can do a down dog on my back. Now, there she goes. Good job. Awesome. You can come out whenever you want. If you're trying this at home and that's not working for you, grown-ups maybe coming into a tabletop would work. And then also if grown-ups you wanted to try it a little bit too, you could maybe just do one leg on your kiddo's back. So we'll give you just a second to maybe try that at home. See what works, be silly. You could use the back of a couch to try to put those legs up on, or a table or something if you didn't want to rely on each other, you're worried about the pressure. Maybe find another object to pick those feet up on. You could always walk your legs up a wall. That's kind of a fun trick to do. Awesome job. All right, next pose. We're gonna just do some forward folds and child poses. So Addison, I'm gonna actually have you stand up and face me. Stand up. We're gonna be doing different things. I'm gonna do a child's pose. I'm actually gonna hold on to Addison's ankles and get myself down in the child pose, and then she's just gonna forward fold down. She could pat me on the head if she wanted, or do all kinds of silly stuff. All right, breathe in if you're in the child's pose, halfway lift and you're in that forward fold, and come back down again. Maybe tickle the feet of the person who's standing. She evidently is not ticklish today. All right, let's switch. So I'm going to be the stand person. You can, oh, that's not looking spots. All right, come on to your child's pose. You grab onto those ankles. I'm going to breathe in and forward fold. This time I'm going to try to tickle her armpit. She's just not ticklish today. Take a breath in, maybe halfway lift or look up, and then see if you can kind of lean a little further into that stretch. Just a nice connecting stretch here. Relaxing everything in the body. Great, let's come on out of that. All right. Now we're gonna come to our knees. We're gonna try to do some heart openers like we did standing, but we're gonna do them on our knees this time. So we are going to do a little bit of camel pose, so goal posting our arms, but maybe holding the inside arm, opening up and leaning back, sort of helping each other, support one another, be there, maybe take like 2 or 3 breaths here. On your exhale, just come on down to your knees. Then we're gonna try that face to face, just like we did that lifted hearts. But we're gonna open up through their chest here, breathing in 3 breaths again. And then the last one we're gonna try is back to back. So again, if you are much taller than your kiddo, you may have to modify this a little bit to get this to work, maybe just one arm, or maybe just hands, or if you can wrap elbows like we can, or both hands here. We're just gonna take a couple breaths, leaning back, tops of our heads are touching a little bit, taking some breaths. All right, let that go ahead and release. We're gonna come around down here into kind of a wide leg forward fold, and I'm gonna have Addison just put her legs inside mine, and we're gonna do a little rowing of our boat. So we're gonna just rock a little back and forth, stretching out the backs of our legs, kind of getting ready for the next move that we're going to do. Maybe 2 more. All right, now we're gonna try to bring the soles of our feet touching each other's. So we might be straight leg. We'll see if we can reach. And this is where we can do our forward fold. If that doesn't work for you, you can bring those legs up to more of a V. But what I want is for everybody to get a nice, just forward fold stretch here, taking 3 big breaths in and out. So we're gonna breathe in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out. Great, okay. This was you've probably done if you've done partner yoga before. This is the lizard and the rock, and I know kids always love to do this. I'm gonna do the rock first because I'm the taller person and the bigger person. So I'm gonna come down on a rock. Addison is going to literally drape her whole body. It's a big old front of the body opener over me, and take 3 calming breaths. And then I'm going to show you a variation for grown-ups to do this on the kiddos. So go ahead, Addison. You can even come back further if you want. You can extend those legs fully out if it feels good. There you go. And spread those arms wide. Extend those legs. And remember, in all of these poses, if there's any pressure on a person, you're only going to stay there as long as it's okay for the person who's taking the weight or bearing the weight of the person. So 3 breaths, she's on her second one. Great job. So come out nice and slow. And then grown-ups, a different variation if you have kiddos doing this and you want them to turn on each other, or if you do it with your kids, so we go ahead and get child's pose or pose. You can just sit and lean back. So it's a much gentler pressure on the person who's being the rock. But you still get that beautiful chest opener. All right, again, come out nice and slow. We are gonna come down onto our backs. So we're gonna wind down our practice here. You're gonna face me. We're gonna go for a little bike ride. So we're gonna put our feet together and pedal our bike. Here we go. We are pedaling. Maybe talk about where you're riding your bikes to today. Where are we gonna ride our bikes to today, Addison?
The pet store.
The pet store. You don't already know this about her. She's a big animal lover, so I'm not surprised she wants to ride the pet store. Maybe let's reverse direction, pedal a few more times. Takes a little bit of teamwork here. Excellent job. All right, scoot those thumbs back. We are going to try to do boat pose together now. Picking our feet up. We might have to scoot back. I don't know if we'll be able to hold hands actually. So go ahead. We're going to pick our feet up. You're running out of room right now.
I am.
Let's scoot back. All right. Maybe you can lift those hands, lift those feet. Beautiful job. Now we are going to lie our backs again and we'll do legs of a wall supporting each other. If you have an odd number of people, you could try to make this work, or you could all just take regular legs of a wall, but it's just kind of fun to help support each other. Take a couple breaths here. All right, bring those legs down. We're gonna close out our practice today by actually ending the same way that we started. So we're gonna come back to back again. Starting to really take some nice deep breaths. I'm not gonna guide you through these this time. I wanna see if you can find them on your own. Breathing in and out together, matching that breath. While you are taking these breaths together, maybe gently close your eyes and start to think about why you're grateful for your yoga partner today. So what things about them make you really grateful or thankful that you have them in your life? Take a few more breaths while you think about that. Gently blink your eyes open. You can stay right where you're at. What I would love for you to do after we're all done here today is share with your yoga partner or your yoga partners, if you have more than one, what are those things you felt in your heart that make you so grateful for them? Because those are amazing things to feel on your inside. It's even more amazing when you can share them with the people that you love. Addison and I are so grateful you joined us today for some partner yoga. We hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. From our hearts to yours. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. It doesn't hurt.